At Isles Elementary School are using lessons learned during last week's Dare to Care Week, and they're brightening the lives of local cancer patients in the process.
WGEM's Madison Norris has more on why students spent time today making 500 cards to give out this week. Madison.
Mackenzie and Daniel, last week, the students at Isles Elementary wrapped up their Dare to Care Week. After a week full of kindness, the students have chosen to celebrate by making cards for cancer patients.
Students at Isles Elementary School are learning to pay forward the kindness they showed each other last week during a kindness challenge by creating cards for local cancer patients.
So we decided that this would be a way for us to spread kindness into our community and then have it hopefully come back to us.
Isles Elementary School Social and Emotional School Administration Manager Melissa Fons says the school has been averaging 40 office referrals a week this school year.
We were trying to figure out a way to reduce the number of office offenses that students were committing, so we decided that we were going to focus on kindness. If students were focusing their attention on being kind, then they would not be committing behaviors that would end up with an office offense.
By the end of the week, the students had collected 2,540 hearts, representing the number of kind acts committed. Fourth grade student Abel Vaughn says making cards for those going through a hard time is special.
They know that someone cares about them.
First grader Max Beswick says it makes him happy to show his kindness through the cards.
I want them to feel better.
Fons says the students wanted to show kindness and bless cancer patients, so the students' cards will be going to Blessing and Quincy Medical Group's cancer centers.
Getting a card randomly from somebody might really brighten their day and help them feel a little bit better about all of the things they're going through.
Fons says school officials hope to continue building on the momentum created last week as office referrals were down 21%. Madison Norris, WGEM News.
All right, thank you, Madison. And tomorrow morning, a group of the Isles students will be delivering the cards to a local cancer center, and schools across the district are taking part in their own Dare to Care challenge this week.